The heat wave just broke. There is rain in the forecast, the temperature has dropped, and your first instinct is to relax. Do not. The 48 hours right after a heat wave ends are actually some of the most critical for your plot, and most people waste them completely. By the end of this, you will know exactly when to water, when to mulch, and when to feed after a heat wave breaks, so your plants recover fast instead of limping through the next few weeks. Here is what a heat wave actually does underground. It bakes the top layer into a crust. It drives moisture deep down, out of reach of shallow roots. It kills off a chunk of your soil's microbial activity. And when that hot air finally cools, the soil does not just bounce back on its own. The plants look stressed. Some are wilting, some have crispy edges. But here is the thing. The visible damage is already done. What you do right now determines how fast they rebuild. Do not water the moment the temperature drops. That sounds wrong, but here is why it matters. If rain is actually coming in the next 12 hours, let it come. Rainwater penetrates soil better than tap water. It carries dissolved oxygen. It reaches deeper. Check your forecast properly. Not just today. Look at the next 48 hours. If there is real sustained rain coming, hold off. If it is a brief shower or nothing at all, you need to water yourself, and you need to do it today. When you do water, water deeply and slowly. Do not miss the surface. That does nothing for stressed plants. You want the water to reach 20 to 30 centimeters down. Use a slow trickle at the base of each plant, or lay a soaker hose and leave it running for a good 30 minutes. Morning is the best time. The soil is still cool from the night. Water gets absorbed rather than evaporated. If you miss the morning window, early evening works. Just keep water off the foliage to avoid fungal issues overnight. Do this once deeply, rather than light watering every day. That single deep soak encourages roots to chase moisture down. Shallow, frequent watering keeps roots sitting near the surface, which is exactly where you do not want them before the next hot spell. This is the step most people skip entirely, or do at completely the wrong moment. Mulching right after a heat wave is one of the highest value things you can do on your plot. But timing it wrong wastes the effort. Do not mulch onto dry, baked soil. The mulch will just sit on top and lock the problem in. Water first, get that moisture into the soil, then mulch the following morning. Once the surface has stopped steaming and the water has had time to penetrate, use whatever you have. Straw works well, grass clippings in a thin layer work. Compost is ideal because it feeds and insulates at the same time. You want roughly 5 to 8 centimeters of material laid around the base of your plants. Keep it a couple of centimeters clear of stems. You do not want rot sitting right against the plant. What the mulch does is hold that moisture in the soil. It keeps the temperature steadier underground, and it starts to break down slowly, which brings the soil biology back to life after the heat damage. This is where people get impatient and cause more damage. Do not feed immediately after a heat wave. A stressed plant cannot take up nutrients efficiently. You will push fertilizer salts into soil that is still recovering, and you can actually make things worse. Wait. Give your plants 3 to 5 days to stabilize. Watch them. If they start showing new leaf growth, if they stop wilting in the midday sun, that is your signal that they are ready to respond to feeding. When you do feed, go gentle. A diluted liquid seaweed feed is ideal. It is low in salts. It contains trace elements that support root recovery. It acts more like a tonic than a push. Apply it to moist soil, never dry soil, and do not exceed the dilution rate on the bottle. Hold off on high nitrogen fertilizers for another week or two after that. You want steady recovery, not a sudden flush of soft, sappy growth that will struggle in the next warm spell. Water deeply once today or tomorrow, unless real rain is genuinely on its way. Mulch the morning after watering, with 5 to 8 centimeters of material. Wait 3 to 5 days before feeding, then start gentle with diluted seaweed. So, over to you. When your plants come out of a heat wave, which one always looks the worst? The one you watered most, or the one you largely left alone? We would genuinely love to know, so tell us in the comments. That is one more method you can actually use. Subscribe to Grow a Lot Studio, and I will keep showing you exactly how it is done.